Namaskar and welcome to the new episode of My Truth, which is crystal clear. This time again, we are here with Mr. Surya Parida, who is going to tell us about Operation Sindoor. So, welcome to the show.
Namaskar. First, I'd like to say that Operation Sindoor is not over. As per the Government of India, we have just kept this in abeyance. We have suspended the Operation Sindoor. That means we have suspended the action, the kinetic action of Operation Sindoor, but the Operation Sindoor per se is not over. Why? Because we have said that if at all there is again any act of terrorism, or if at all there is an act of adventurism by the government of Pakistan, the India has its full rights to retaliate and continue with the operation of Operation Sindoor. Hence, Operation Sindoor is not over.
So, you mean to say that it is still continuing?
It is still continuing, and it is like that the threat has been still kept on the government of Pakistan and its armed forces that they have to behave properly.
So, what are the steps India has taken against the Pakistan?
Now, once the DGMO of Pakistan Army called up our DGMO and said that let's go for a ceasefire, Government of India agreed and said that we are stopping the action, but the operation is not over, but we are stopping the action. We will wait and watch your behavior and we will decide our next course of action. After this, Operation Sindoor came to a standstill. Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, he declared that now we will have three policies against Pakistan. Number one, which is called new normal. Number one is any act of terrorism on the soil of India by Pakistan will be treated as an act of war. Number two, we will not be threatened by the nuclear strike attack by Pakistan. So Pakistan cannot blackmail us by telling that we have nuclear bombs. Number three is that we will not only hit the terrorists, but we will hit their supporters. Meaning, the government of Pakistan, along with its armed forces, will be treated equally responsible for the action of terrorism on Indian soil, and they will be held accountable, and they will have to pay a price for it. So these are the three new normals which the government of India has declared against Pakistan. So, you do any mischief, Operation Sindoor is on, and action will start.
So, how did the Indian government see the Pahalgam attack, and how the Pakistan and other part of the world is seeing this?
Well, after the Pahalgam attack was there, most of the governments condemned the attack, but no one condemned Pakistan. They said this terrorism act was bad, but no one directly attacked Pakistan. But America gave us the clearance by saying that it is none of our business what India does against the act of terrorism. Only country which supported us, two countries supported us, was Israel and Russia. Therefore, India took a lot of diplomatic drive after the Sindoor was over. Government of India sent its parliamentarians, consisting of both from opposition and from the government, to go to various countries. Almost 7 groups were formed. They went to various countries. They went to US, Europe, UK, then they went to Far East and went to Gulf countries. And they explained that how Pakistan is helping terrorism and hitting the or killing the innocent Indians in our soil. So this is a diplomatic war which was taken by India. This Pahalgam is very important because we have hit there 9 terrorist camps, 5 inside POK and 4 inside Pakistan. And then the best thing was when they did not stop and they tried the drone warfare and hitting us with Chinese missiles and drone warfare of Turkey, India had to escalate it. They said, no, this is not going to stop. So we first jammed their air defense system, and our aircrafts could hit them on the 11 air bases. And main is that the Rahim Yar Khan base is very close to their defense headquarters in Rawalpindi. The moment we hit them on the first day on May 7th, we said our target, our hitting was measured, focused, measured, and non-escalatory. We do not want to escalate the war. We just wanted to hit your terrorist camps in Muridke and Walpur, which Mr. Modi has said that they are the universities of terrorism. We hit them, and more than 100 terrorists got killed. Some important terrorists were killed, on whose funeral the army generals were there to attend their funerals. So it also showed that how deep is the nexus between the terrorists and the army of Pakistan.
Okay, so what do you think that the Indian armed forces, they have learned from this operation?
See, Indian armed forces has learned is that the wars are not going to be anymore the traditional conventional war. See, the infantries, artilleries, armaments are not going to go inside in the traditional war, cross the line of international border and go into their territory. The wars today, which we have seen, is totally technological warfare. We never entered the territory of Pakistan. So line of control and international boundary was not crossed. From our own airspace, we hit Pakistan. So the future warfare is going to be technological, cyber, AI driven. These are going to be the methods of war. And in this I can say that it is thought that war means only armed forces are involved. No, from now onwards, it will be the scientists, it will be the engineers, it will be the technologists who will be instrumental in the warfare, because they will design these gadgets and give it to the armed forces to hit the enemy. So it is going to be involvement of our technical institutes like IITs and other engineering colleges, scientists who will have to develop better technologies than your aggressors like China, Pakistan, because we face threat from China and Pakistan. And in this war, it is the Chinese equipments were used against India. So this also helped us to know the Chinese technology. In one way, it is said that China was using Pakistan as the test lab to test their missile systems and their technology, and it also helped us to know what type of technology they have developed.
As India attacked the Pakistan's air bases and the terrorist camps, so then why Mr. Munir was promoted to the Field Marshal?
There is a history to this. The present Prime Minister of Pakistan is Mr. Shehbaz Sharif. His elder brother, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, when he was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the general was Mr. Pervez Musharraf. That time, Mr. Pervez Musharraf had planned Operation Kargil. It seems the Prime Minister, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, was not informed.
Okay.
So when the President of US asked Mr. Nawaz Sharif, how did he do it? And what was the reason for doing this? He said, sir, I was not aware. The general has done it on his own.
Oh, is it?
Yes. A clear-cut message was sent to the General Pervez Musharraf to withdraw from Kargil. This was not liked by the general. So there was a coup, and Nawaz Sharif lost his prime ministership and he had to flee from the country. This Nawaz Sharif went and told his brother, you promote Munir and make him field marshal and declare it as a victory of Pakistan and give him importance, you will retain your seat. Otherwise, you will be thrown out. And that is why the Shehbaz Sharif promoted Asim Munir to field marshal and declared the day of ceasefire was declared as a Vijay Divas or victory day in Pakistan, that we won the war. It was a wrong narrative, but that is how Pakistanis, they always go on wrong narratives.
Okay. Now, in these all, that if you say that the Indus Water Treaty also is the one of the thing which has come where the India has taken this decision to stop the war. So, what are you saying about this?
Indus Water Treaty was not a part of new normal. It was Indus Water Treaty was kept in abeyance during before the Operation Sindoor, just immediately after the Pahalgam attack. This has been going on in the minds of our government that we should not allow water and blood to flow together. If Pakistan is not listening to us, then we must have some mechanism of controlling them. So, although this has been thought, but never it has been executed, this time this government took a step that no, enough is enough, water and blood will not flow together. So they have kept the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance. It has not been cancelled, or we have not said that we are not obeying it. We just kept it in abeyance till you follow the normal behavior, and then we'll release your water. So in this treaty, three rivers, the eastern side rivers were for India, Ravi, Byas and Satluj are for India, Chenab, Jhelum and Indus is for Pakistan. Now these three rivers which are for India is totally for India, there is no problem about it. But those three rivers which are for Pakistan, where we could only use 20% of the water of those rivers, and balance was going to Pakistan.
Okay.
Even those 20% water also we are not utilizing, because we have not done anything to check those dams. But now India has decided to use those rivers and make dams and to produce hydroelectricity. There will be mainly run of the river dams where the river water is used to produce electricity and then it is allowed to flow. But in times, if you want to check the water, we should be able to check it also. Once you build a dam, you can also check the water. So it will have double role. So this is thought, and now these projects which were already planned and not executed, Indian government has started thinking to execute them. So let's see, but that is would be a good deterrence to Pakistan, I think so, because they do not have much of water rivers, so for them, Indus is the main river. So if that becomes dry, it will hamper their agriculture and the livelihood of everyone in Pakistan. So I think they will have to come to the negotiating table and listen to India. Kashmir is a separate subject. In fact, India has now said that there will be no discussion with Pakistan on any topic other than POK. That if we sit on the negotiation table to discuss anything, we'll be asking that you are occupying our POK and we are going to take it. So we'll discuss POK, when are you leaving POK? We will not discuss about Kashmir. As far as India is concerned, Kashmir is a no issue because Article 370 has been repealed. It is totally merged with India. Indian constitution is applicable to Kashmir, and there has been elections, free and fair elections. There is a government. There is no way you can think that Kashmir is not yours. Kashmir is now totally a part of India.
Right.
So Kashmir is a non-issue as far as government is concerned. What is the issue is POK. So if you come for water, you sit for water, okay, let's discuss POK. So this will be bargaining. So now we are going to use water for our POK.
Right.
This is the thinking of the government, and I think we are on the right track.
Now, I read in the news that the China is making the dam on this river Brahmaputra. So is it a tit for tat?
Well, if we go to history, China has been thinking of the dam 70 years ago, 7 decades ago. Yeah, that's 70 years before. Since 1950s, they've been thinking of making a dam there. But due to certain situations, it was not moving forward. But now they have come to a stage where they can now go for making a dam. This dam which China is planning is going to be the biggest dam in the world. Yeah, this is going to be a major concern to India because the Brahmaputra is flowing to India from this site of the dam. This is, if you have seen the Brahmaputra river, from Tibet, it takes a great bend. And then it comes inside Arunachal, and from Arunachal to Assam, and from Assam to Bangladesh.
Right.
And interesting, this river has got 4 names, Brahmaputra. In Tibet, it is called as Yarlung Sangpo.
Yarlung
Sangpo. When it comes to Arunachal, it is called as Siang.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to Assam, it is called as Brahmaputra. When it goes to Bangladesh, it is called as Jamuna. Jamuna.
Okay.
And again, it has got another name also, but that is, it merges with Ganges. And Ganges in Bangladesh is called as Padma. And when this river meets Padma, then the river is known as Meghna. As Meghna, it goes into sea. So it has got so many names. Very interesting river. But what is most interesting about Brahmaputra is that Brahmaputra in the Tibetan plateau, this river is originating from Mansarovar Lake, the glacier, Mansarovar Glacier. The flow of water is around 30,000 cubic meters per second at its highest, at its peak. But in Assam, when it enters Arunachal, it collects water from water tributaries of Arunachal and Bangladesh and Assam, and the flow of water increases to 55-60,000 cubic meters per second. Its flow of water is there. So the major water is in India, not in Tibet or the China side. So that way, the flow of water to India will not be that much hampered. So if China checks the dam, the flow of water to India will not be hampered because the double flow is in India. If it is 30,000 here, it's almost 60,000. There will be some thing, but it has got major concerns with this hydrological impact, the seismology impact, hydrological impact. Because it's a huge dam, so you're going to disturb the ecology of that place. There could be earthquake, if there could be some problem of the topography, the leakage of water suddenly from the dam bursts, then there is going to create a lot of problem to our country. And it will affect the flora, fauna, jungles, forests, everything is going to be, it's going to be such a huge dam. So these are concerns. Let us see how it is going to be, because there are not only we, in Bangladesh is also another country which is concerned about this dam in.
So Bangladesh is also going to get affected.
Yes, naturally, if we are affected, they will be also affected because they are the lower riparian state. So it is India and Bangladesh both will be affected.
So what do you foresee the global impact of Operation Sindoor?
Okay. See, in this Operation Sindoor, the major countries which were concerned was US himself, China, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Russia. Of course, France was also equally concerned because we have Rafales from France. So France was concerned to see how the Rafales perform. This apart, in European countries, France is well versed to the Operation Sindoor and knows why India has done. Russia has been supporting us, and but China and Israel, China and Turkey and Azerbaijan supported Pakistan. Israel has also supported us, and because Israel is suffering from terrorism, so he understands the pain of terrorism. So Israel is totally with India. This, what I say, major countries which took part in this. US played like a pendulum, sometimes here, sometimes there, and not sure. But now what I can see is that they are now tilting towards Pakistan to cut them off from China, because China has penetrated too much into Pakistan, so they want to break that nexus. So, as I said, these are the countries which took stand. Russia has now proposed that Russia, China, and India should form one bloc. RIC, Russia, India, China. Russia has also come to India and talked to our Indian government on this issue. There is some talk going on. I do not know what will happen in future. But this is one thought, that Russia, India, China to form one bloc. And Israel is there with us, but it all depends on what US does with Israel. So but Israel has always been supporting India's cause. So, and I can tell one thing, India is a growing country. Today, India is the 4th largest economy in the world. And very soon, within 3-4 years or maximum 2030, will be the 3rd largest economy in the world, around $7 to $8 trillion economy. With the highest population in the world and with an economy of $7-8 trillion, it is not easy for countries to play with us. It will not be easy to dictate us terms. Second thing I can tell you is that we have proven our technology. Our arms, ammunitions have been proven to the world that we are superior. And you will be surprised that countries like UAE and other countries are rushing to India to have a deal with us for arms, especially BrahMos. Although BrahMos is a Indo-Russia joint venture, BrahMos is the name of two rivers. BrahMos comes from Brahmaputra and Moskova. Moskova is the river of Moscow, Russia, and Brahmaputra is the river of India. So now you see, India cannot be just thought to be a country, underdeveloped country or a third world country, what it was in 70s, 80s. Nobody can play with us like that. It is a very independent country. It takes its own stand. We are never inclined towards left or towards right. We were always, earlier we were telling we were non-aligned. Now we are telling that we work as per our nation's interest. Whatever is in our nation's interest, our stand will be as per that. So now buying oil from Russia, we have clearly said that it is as per nation's interest. We will see the market wherever we get the cheapest oil, we will buy. Suppose America tells I'll give cheaper than Russia, we will go to America. So our stand is that we are going for as per nation's interest. So our economy, our technology, our nation first policy, and our growing population, and the youngest country of the world. So these are the factors which no one can ignore.
As we wrap up this episode, India has been a strong message to the whole world against the terrorism. We have already heard from you that India played a vital role with this Operation Sindoor, stopping the terrorism. So how would you like to conclude this then?
To conclude, that we just want to send one message, not only to Pakistan, but to the entire world, that we are a peace-loving country. We do not meddle into anyone's affairs. We are not expansionist. We do not want to expand our territory and go to other countries' territory to acquire their country. We are looking after ourselves. We live with our own problems. We are finding our own solutions, and we would like to be friendly with everyone. But if someone else tries to enter our territory, encroach our territory, and challenge our sovereignty, India will not keep quiet. India will give a fitting reply, come what may and whatever may be its cost. India is now capable to give a fitting reply. This is the message which India wanted to give to the world, and especially to Pakistan. See, in this war, in one way, we have fought against three countries. We fought Pakistan with the technology of China and Turkey. You'll be surprised to know Turkey's pilots and China's pilots were also stationed in Pakistan during this Operation Sindoor to help them to navigate their warfares.
Oh, so but it is not discussed or it was...
No, it is not. It is there. They were there. They are pushing there and they are keeping a track as to how their technologies and their arms and ammunitions are performing. So it was like a test lab. Pakistan was like a test lab for Turkey and Turkey's drones and Chinese missiles and JF-35. So we downed their missiles. PL-35 or PL-15 was downed by us. So we failed their technology because we could penetrate their airspace, throw our missiles, and hit their 11 air bases from, you can take up to Punjab, almost till Sindh. So the whole length of Pakistan was hit by us. So India has proven its technology, India has proven its strength and its military might. India always said to Pakistan that our targets, what we hit, were focused, measured and non-escalatory. So therefore when the DGMO rang India that we do not want war to continue, they said, okay, you started it, so you end it. And this is the message we have given to Pakistan, and through this to all the countries, that India will not keep quiet. See, India, as I said, is a great economy. India has great population. India is a young country. India produces lot of technological minds. We have got a lot of research centers which are working on latest technologies. And India is a great market, which should not be forgotten. 1.4 billion people stay in this country. So just understand the market of this country. Anyone wants to do business with us, he has to cater to 1.4 billion people. The biggest market in the world. And another thing I want to tell you about Pakistan. See, we made our rocket land on moon. It seems it was the cheapest rocket ever made.
Oh,
So we not only have the latest technology, but it is very economical.
right.
Okay, the Chandrayaan was the cheapest. It said that पाकिस्तान का झंडे में चांद है, और हमारा झंडा चांद पे है.
सही कहा बिल्कुल, वाह क्या बात की
So
आपने।
that is our India now. आपके झंडे में चांद है और हमारा झंडा चांद पे है.
चांद पर है।
So with this message, I would like to say India is a great country and we have great future, and it will become the #1 country of the world very soon.
हमें भारतीय होने पे गर्व है।
गर्व होना चाहिए.
Thank you, sir. It was a nice discussion. We'll meet again. Dear viewers, hope you liked this episode. We have discussed today about Operation Sindoor. If you have not subscribed yet, just subscribe it so that we can also have more episodes in future, and we will be coming up with more stories in future. Just like and share. Namaskar.